I changed my subject too because it's kind of boring. And I put some beautiful pictures about 5 boys. Well, good morning, everyone. I'm going to talk about a silence problem that we have in the States and all around the world, and it's about obesity. Obesity is a problem that affects mostly not only to adults but also to children. And the first problem to occur in obese children are usually emotional or psychological, but also can lead to life-threatening conditions including heart disease, high blood pressure, sleep problem, cancer, and other disorders like liver disease, early puberty, eating disorder like anorexia, bulimia, skin infections, and others. Overweight children are mostly to grow up to be overweight adults, and most likely obesity during childhood have been found to increase mortality in adults. Like if you grow up being an obese child, you can likely to die early in your adulthood. Some data that I found is that 10% of the children worldwide are either overweight or obese. We have 2 samples here. This is the yellow one represents Canada, and this is Brazil. I just took 2 parameters so you can see it. This is back in 1980, and this is back in 1990. So if you see, has been growing up like really fast. The percent. The diagnosis of obesity is often based on body mass index. That's the only way they can. This is some data that I found state by state. It's not all the same here because it was too much. But as you can see, the research was done between 2003 and 2007. For example, we have California. We have an overweight value of 16.8, and in 2007, 15.5. The obese, this is children from 10 to 17 years old. The obese in 2003 was 13.2, and then in 2007 was 15.0. So it's a lot. I took 2. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Just you guys won't see what I was trying to. I took 4 parameters, 4 states. So you can see it like in a graph, and because it's more easier to see a graph than just numbers, a bunch of numbers. So if you see, the blue one represents Mississippi, the red one, Georgia, the yellow one, Texas, and the green one is New York. This is overweight 2003, and this is overweight 2007. You can see a big difference. The only one that didn't change that much was Texas, but even though it's growing up. We have an obesity relation now. It's the same thing. We have 2003 and 2007. The green one represents Georgia, the blue one Mississippi, the orange one's New York, and the purple one, Texas. The hiders one is the blue one, that is Mississippi. I was thinking, it doesn't say nothing where I found this data, but I was thinking that probably those states that are bigger, that the people have to go to work on a car or go to school in a car or something like that, makes probably this numbers higher than the others. Like in New York, we have obese people, but not like they have in North Carolina, Florida, all the states that people have to drive. They don't walk. And there's a funny picture at the end. Because I was trying to make recommendations to try to eat more vegetables and fruits, less fast food, rich fiber food, no sodas, and exercise more. And stay away from the killer sofa. Because most of the kids they come from the school and they just sit down on the sofa and that's it. They do homework and they go to the TV. That's it. And that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Oh, it is wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, but I add to that, Lori, that the parent could change that. The couch potato, the technology allows them to be fat. And that's why we as parents have to try to change that. Getting them out, exercise, walk around the park. If we don't, they won't do it. So we have to be like a motivator for the kids in this way, just to add to that.
Yeah. And we have to watch what they eat because.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, I don't have time. Let me go to my family.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Right.
The easiest, the bad, the worst. Sorry. Yeah, there's a funny picture in here. Let me see if I can show it to you.
And just reattach the cable. Somehow that cable got a little bit, yeah, good.
That was one of the pictures. Said
Uh-oh.
childhood obesity epidemic. And it's funny because we see all these kids and we go like, oh, look at that fatty, how cute. That's not cute.
It's not cute at all.
It's not about, being cute or not. It's a problem. And it's a silence problem. Like we don't notice. We just make fun of it.
It's like when I was learning in anatomy and physiology, the way how your body is formed and the way how your tissues and your cells work in your body. When you're a baby and you're fat, it's like your tissues are very distinctly developed. That when you get older, that fat is still there. That when you was a baby, because it's accustomed to being fat. When you was a baby, it's like you were always fat, and it's all cute. When you get older, it's not cute anymore.
It's not
like,
cute at all.
It becomes an effective thing, a part of your health, a part of your life, and of course, like appearance-wise, it's not good. So it's like because of the baby being fat, sometimes we need to start at that age, as low as being a baby, to control our nutrition and control our diet, so that we can live longer lives.
And I don't know if you've seen the movie WALL-E,
Yeah.
where all this fatty.
Yeah.
And that's how life is going to be. Like, we're trying to make things easier every time. There's another picture that I put on the presentation that I couldn't show. It's when I was talking about exercise, the dad is bringing a bike to his kid. And he said, what do you mean? I have to pedal? You see, like, it's ironic. Let me see if I find the other one. Okay, I can't find the other one, but you guys have the idea.
And we can show it tomorrow if you find, or Thursday. If you find it, then we can show that tomorrow. Any other comments, questions, input, Lori? Okay, thank you, Lori.